Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. Continuing in our little mini series of even smaller size solar electric vehicles, I want to talk in this video about the PEBL bike and the ELF. This is the PEBL bike built by betterbike.com. It is a three-wheeled reverse trike velomobile with a solar panel on the roof that recharges its battery. You can also plug it into the wall too. It's very similar to the ELF, which is another vehicle like this. And the PEBL was made after the ELF, and the PEBL is made with a hemp-based composite, which is very strong and flexible. And this one is a fully enclosed vehicle. You can fully enclose it for the winter and open up the cloth sides for the summer to give you some ventilation. And this one has a rear shock, whereas the ELF which was the first solar velomobile and has been made for I think over 10 years now, doesn't have a suspension. This one you can fit two small children or an adult in the back as well, so up to 3 people, one adult and 2 small people, or two adults can fit in it. Also very similar to the ELF. You can see them pedaling here. The range is about 20 to 30 miles, up to 40 miles if you pedal a lot. And both of them are very similar in features and price. They're both about $10,000, which does seem like a lot, but there are many electric bikes that cost more than $10,000. And so these things are very interesting because their battery is less than 1 kilowatt hour, and their solar panel can fully recharge the car within about 5 to 6 hours in sunlight. And so if people want a very, very efficient vehicle, these things are about less than 30 watt hours per mile, so less than a third of the energy usage of the Aptera. But of course, this is essentially an enclosed electric bicycle. So just like the Nimbus was essentially an enclosed electric scooter, and the Aptera is just a very small electric car, this is an enclosed electric bicycle. So it has a lot of advantages because of that. You don't have to insure the vehicle. You don't need a license. So there's basically no costs after you buy this thing. Now they are about $10,000. So this is the ELF, as you can tell, very similar. The ELF was started out of Research Triangle, which is Durham, North Carolina, and the Better Bike is made out of Western Massachusetts. And just to give you some perspective on price, this is the Turbo Creo by Specialized, and the S-Works version is $15,000. Now, of course, this is a very expensive electric bike, but electric bikes are somewhat expensive. So this is $10,000, which admittedly is not cheap, and kind of puts the $10,000 price of the Nimbus 1, the proposed price of the Nimbus 1, in perspective. That is a much more capable vehicle in terms of speed and range, and it's the same price. Now, but this is like if you want a vehicle, you don't need a license, you don't need to insurance, you want exercise, you kind of want, it's more of a bicycle, but you want some weather protection for it and you want some assist for it. The ELF and the PEBL are very, very interesting vehicles. And if I personally ride a bike, a standard bicycle, not an electric bicycle, to work every day. I did use an electric bicycle for many years, and I love electric bicycles, and I think they're great. I think if people would convert to these kinds of vehicles, it would make neighborhoods a lot more cohesive, because you just meet people when you're in a vehicle like this or on a bicycle. You meet your neighbors, you meet your community. And also it would just make the roads safer because there's just less large, fast vehicles riding around. So I think that would be great. I would love it if people would use these vehicles to drop off their kids at school and commute to work, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so going down the range of solar electric vehicles, there's the Lightyear, which is a full-size car. and also $250,000. Then there's the Aptera, which is a small, basically the size of a small car and fits two people. And then there's the Nimbus, which may come out, two people, very small, sized of an electric scooter but enclosed. And then there's these things, the Elf and the Pebble. So all different sizes of solar electric vehicles for whatever purpose you decide that you want. But I've always been interested in these Velomobiles, and the solar electric assist Velomobiles are very, very interesting. If these were cheaper, I would 100% get one. If this was like $5,000, I would definitely buy one just because it's so cool. All right. Well, tell me what you guys think of the Elf and the Pebble. Between the two, which one do you think you would buy? They're about the same price, and the Pebble was built after the Elf. The Elf is the original solar electric Velomobile, and Better Bike kind of built a competitor vehicle for it. And then there's the Nimbus, and then there's the Aptera, which is obviously something we're all interested in. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks again to our supporting members. Really appreciate their support. Appreciate all you guys commenting. I love reading all your comments, and I learn a lot from them. And have a great day, everyone.